How's it going, everyone? Maryland here, and that's right, it's time for more of Maryland's Pokemon Violet Adventure. Last time, oh my goodness, so much stuff happened. And I'm just gonna warn you right now, if you have not had this experience yet, this will spoil a lot. So you might want to turn back now, but otherwise, join me for this ride as we go in to the final battle. But first, we have a certain someone we need to meet. We need some answers, gosh darn it. Human presence detected within the Zero Lab. Deactivating sleep mode. Hello, Maryland. Thank you for coming. No, back to your ball. Just whipping out a Master Ball? That one is far less tractable and far more aggressive than the one you've traveled with. Your Miraidon fled Area Zero because it lost to the other one in a territorial struggle. I'm afraid there is something for which I must apologize. I am not the true Professor Turo. What are you talking about? Or then who are you? Who are you? I am an artificial intelligence the Professor created, imbued with his memories and knowledge. In short, I am an AI-powered robot. Oh no, AI's even gone into Pokemon now. Stay out of it. The real Professor passed away during the incident that destroyed Research Station number 4. That is heavy. The incident? Passed away? The Pokemon was not to be blamed. It was the original Professor who failed to accurately judge its full power. I believe the Professor wanted nothing more than for the Miraidon to survive and thrive. That is why he threw himself in front of your Miraidon in an attempt to protect it. From the time I first reached out to Director Clavel and asked to be put in contact with you, I was never more than an AI. Wow. Maryland, the reason I asked you to come to me is because I have one last thing to do here at the Zero Lab, and I desire your help. In short, I wish for you to put a stop to the time machine the original Professor created. Any questions can be addressed as we make our descent. Follow me. Like, what a twist! Like, I'd say the signs were there, but it's so outlandish. Like, honestly, I didn't even think about that until kind of like the scene with Arvin in, I think, the 3rd lab, or maybe the 2nd lab. So grab this booster energy here. That'll be helpful for something. And was there something over here? No, I guess not. It's fine, though. What are these things? Strange rock-like clump of something inside this machine. Yeah, alright. Enough goofing around. There wasn't really anything exciting. This elevator will take us down to the lower level. Step inside. Yeah, like, AI, like, Turo died. He wasn't even alive this whole time. And you know what the sad thing is? Arvin doesn't even know. Does he? Maryland, it is truly a great relief to me that you came. I will answer any questions you may have. Is there anything you wish to know? What is an AI, really? What happened to the real Professor? What is this time machine? What happened to the real Professor? I need to know more about this. As I explained to you before, the original Professor no longer exists. During the destruction of the research station, his physical body received grievous injuries that left it unable to sustain life. I am afraid that this fact may be difficult for his son, Arvin, to accept. I now manage the Zero Lab in the original Professor's place. Is there anything else you wish to ask? What is an AI, really? An AI is an artificial intelligence created by a human being. A computer draws on the original professor's knowledge and memories to calculate all my thoughts and actions. The results of these calculations are expressed by this mechanical body, built to resemble the professor in every way. Humanity does not, in fact, possess the knowledge to develop such a sophisticated AI at present. But the crystals that make up the Zero Lab have made such a thing possible here. They are also why I cannot leave this place. Is there anything else you wish to ask? What is this time machine? The time machine is a device that the original professor and I worked on together. It sends Pokeballs to a different point on the timeline to catch Pokemon there, and it can then draw them back here to the present. When he was alive, Professor Turo had a great fascination with Pokemon from another age, what you might call future Pokemon. Even as we speak, the time machine continues to automatically draw future Pokemon to this time. Is there anything else you wish to ask? What is it you really want? The original professor had a dream of a world in which future Pokemon might live alongside present-day Pokemon in harmony. But these Pokemon have gained a strange power due to their adaptations in the distant future, and this power has proved too terrible. Their very existence brings destruction to the ecological balance of this current age. The original professor would say that such destruction is a natural part of life. At present, the barrier around Area Zero is still working to keep the future Pokemon from escaping into the rest of Paldea. But we've begun to see Pokemon appear that can break the barrier, such as Iron Treads. Eventually, they will break free of this walled garden known as Area Zero and run rampant across the Paldea region. And when they do, the rich and varied ecosystem of Paldea will be trampled beneath their coming. I may have been created as a copy of the Professor, and yet I cannot seem to find the logic in allowing such a tragedy to occur. But any hope of preventing it would require overcoming the greatest AI that the original Professor ever devised. Maryland, you have become a formidable trainer. Now use that strength you have gained to destroy the dream Turo once cherished. No. I don't understand. This task cannot be done without your strength. Please, I beg you. We have reached the lowest level. So pretty. Behold. This is the time machine we perfected using the power of the terrestrial phenomenon. Very cool. I have so many questions. To stop the time machine, you will need to use the Professor's ID, which has been embedded within the Violet Book. It was very like the Professor to put the final key we would need in that book, of all places. He loved that volume since childhood. If you place the Violet Book upon the pedestal here, you will be able to stop the time machine. There is just one issue. If you try to stop the machine, I will most likely attack you. What? Artificial being that I am, my own desires can be overridden by the system's programming. Once that happens, I'm afraid I will become no more than a battle machine, bound to defeat anyone identified as an obstacle by my code. My battling abilities are peerless. They are built upon analysis of all the battles carried out by the various champions of the Paldea region. Having seen the bond between you and your Pokémon, however, I believe you can prevail. Once you have readied yourself for this fight, please place the Violet Book upon the pedestal. Alright, here we go. Will you place the Violet Book on the pedestal? Yes. ID confirmed, Professor Turo. Access granted. Initiating emergency shutdown. Please wait. Please wait. Access denied. Shutdown command overridden. Reinitializing. It is up to you now, Maryland. AI Turo switching to sleep mode. Activating offensive protocols. Please, defeat me.
At last. At last, my dream is within reach. And you're not getting in the way.
AI Turo has initiated a battle.
I don't know who you think you are, but I'm not about to let anyone get in the way of my goals.
Oh, man! Just listen to this music. This is just so good. Like, this whole scene is just incredible. So, he leads with Iron Moth. What the heck is Iron Moth? Something that just did a lot of damage to me.
Just as calculated, a critical hit to your Pokémon. It's time you simply gave up, child.
Now you've made me angry. Oh, it's just so cool. But yeah, what is Iron Moth?
This is the power the distant future holds. Splendid, isn't it?
Yeah, it's one of those paradox Pokemon. It's a Pokemon fresh from the future.
Now this is interesting. Child, do you actually understand future Pokemon's weaknesses?
I mean, it's a bug, right? I think. No, actually, it's not. That's kind of the wild thing. You don't know what a lot of these Pokemon, what their types are if you're just playing through. Well, I might as well stay out. I have the boost. Iron Thorns. Yeah, that thing looks like Tyranitar, right? Well, I'm gonna high horsepower. That should be good if it is Tyranitar. Boom. Oh, the music's just so good. Iron Hands. Well, I know I've fought that thing before. And it's... I don't think I can do very much against that thing. No, actually I can. I have high horsepower. We're fine. That Anger Shell is just really, really good. Now this might not even do enough to take this thing out. This thing's very bulky. It has a lot of HP. Yeah, look at that. Thunder Punch. Alright, well there goes your rain. But it was pretty good. Got a lot of mileage out of that. Okay, big service. You definitely did some big service. Now, I need Spidurple in here. Why? Well, that's a very good question. But I want to set up some entry hazards. So let's go ahead and Silk Trap for right now. Try to lower this thing's speed. Because it's going to try to hit me with something, right? So if I'm not mistaken, the Iron Moth is actually Fire Poison, which is very strange. And Iron Thorns, Electric Rock, I think. But what's so cool is just not knowing this when you first get into this fight. It's like you're fighting against a team that you don't even know what they are, what type they are. They're completely foreign to you. I mean, you fought Iron Hands. All right, I want to pull off this sticky web. I'd very much like to get some Toxic Spikes too, but lowering speed is going to be really important here. Alright, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter what I do. I outspeed you anyway, so let's just Toxic Spikes. It's going to knock itself out, but I pretty much accomplished what I needed to with you, Spidurple, which is wonderful. But yeah, not knowing what types he uses, what everything is, They're very strong Pokemon. I made it look easy with Big Service, but that's just because I got that boost. Normally, even if you're super effective, it's going to take at least 2 hits to take things down. So it will hit you very hard. Pretty much whatever he uses. Alright, let's send out part 2 of my little adventure. Oh no, it's Iron Bundle again. I also love how he uses everything in a Master Ball and he just drops it from the sky. It's so great. Well, not the sky, but you know what I mean. Alright, so remember how I mentioned that thing's really fast? I think it's still gonna be a little too fast, but at least it slows it down a little bit. Okay, I want to get this light screen set up here. Snowscape. Alright, well, that's probably fine. Yeah, that's fine. It'll give me a chance to get Reflect up too. You take some poison damage, which is always nice. That's what I like about Toxic Spikes and that the Speed Trap. Drill Pack, okay. There we go. Okay, now I want to do some damage to this thing. I'm just gonna go ahead and hit it with 2 Psychics. What? Why? Why? It's already snowing. What are you doing? You're just being silly. Iron Jugulus. Okay, so this thing's a dark flying type, which, I mean, I guess I could use Dazzling Gleam. But instead of that, I could also just send out Send Tweet. Let's do that. It's just such a pretty, like, background and everything. And also, AI Turo just looks so menacing, like... And it's so strange, too, because he's not really a villain. He's just trying to, like... He's doing what he's told, really. Like, it's just his protocol. Alright, well, we've seen Iron Jugulus a few times. Thankfully, that was not a problem to take down. Iron Valiant. Okay, so this is the last Pokemon on his team. And we've read about this. A long time ago, we've read about this thing. So, yeah, what should I do? You know what? Vengeful Hue might not be a bad option with Rage Fist. Yeah, let's just send you... Actually, no, keeping you is good.
Everything is proceeding within my expectations. I'm afraid the probability of you winning is 0.
Be the judge of that. Yeah, there's Iron Valiant. The thing that we heard looked like a Gardevoir and a Gallade. Something like a cross between the two, and it really does. Like, look at that thing. So, this thing, it's carrying the Booster Energy, which is going to power up its strongest stat, which is its attack stat, thanks to Quark Drive there. So that makes this thing very strong. Be very careful around it. I'm gonna go ahead and Feather Dance. It's all going according to plan. Yeah, this thing's a physical attacker. Brick Break. Well, there goes my light screen. And my Reflect. That's a shame. Oh well, it's fine. You know what? I've got Feather Dance. Don't have to worry about snow. This thing's poisoned. Yeah, this is actually a really tough fight. Like, it can be. I'm very happy with my team. But that's why sometimes doing things that are out of the ordinary, like setting up, can be very helpful. Spirit Break. Sometimes just overpowering works, but sometimes not. Like, especially if you don't know the types. So speaking of types, what the heck type is this thing, right? Well, it is, it's something, alright. Fighting Fairy, if I'm not mistaken. Which is a pretty tricky type to counter. But it's a physical attacker, so if you can just lower its attack stat, like, it'll really help. But it is fast, too. That's why I wanted to set up the sticky web. There we go, we've defeated Alturo.
Impossible!
Shadowland! Arvin, I can explain. It's not what it looks like. I swear. What is this? Did you already beat all the baddies without me? Okay, out with it, you. Who are you, really?
Thank you for everything. The time machine has finally... He has finally been stopped.
You're really not my dad, are you?
Oh, look how big you've grown. So proud of you, my... Sorry you were alone so long, Arvin.
Dad?
Security system failure. Security system failure. Threat to time machine detected. Threat to time machine detected.
Whoa! What's going on now? Is another army of Pokemon on its way here?
It cannot be.
An obstacle is preventing the time machine from performing as intended. Activating Paradise Protection Protocol to remove the offending obstacle.
What was keeping the time machine running? Truly all the professor cared about.
Locking all Pokeballs except those registered to Turo's ID.
Wait, what?
Program initializing, gathering Terrestrial energy.
I'm sorry, children. This is too much for you. You must run.
AI Turo disabled, Paradise Protection Protocol initialized.
You are not getting in my way.
You are challenged by
What?
the Paradise Protection Protocol! The Paradise Protection Protocol sent out Miraidon! Go, Big Service! Wait, Big Service. No, wait, come out. I need you. I need you right now. Can't battle without a Pokemon on the field. No, but I need Big Service. It's true! Our Pokeballs won't work! How are we even supposed to battle? Let's run. Running away would put everyone else in danger. Yep. Yeah, some crazy electrical signals jamming our Pokeballs. Even I can't get them open. Alright, well I've got a bag, right? Let's, no. Can I use a Pokeball? Or Pokedoll? I can't switch to anything. Spiderple, I need you. Your Pokeballs are locked. You can't switch Pokemon. That's totally cheating! And you call yourself an adult? What do I do? I love this part. What do? You send out your Miraidon. That's what! Swap in! Come on, Sandwich! You want Turo's Pokemon? Here! Have Turo's Pokemon. Sorry, I didn't mean to throw you out in the middle of this. But I know you can do it! Come on, Sandwich! Yeah, that's what I want to see. Don't let this thing bully you. All right, so they both have Hadron engine, which sets up the electric terrain. And yeah, it also boosts special attack stats. So I finally get to use Miraidon Sandwich. So what do I do? Well, let's go ahead and do whatever, really. I'm just gonna Power Gem, because this thing's an electric dragon type. That's neutral. Taunt. Aw, don't taunt me! Now I can't endure. Power Gem! That didn't do very much. It changed into its battle form! Let's go, Miraidon, you got this! Yeah! Well, I can't endure. Let's try out Electro Drift. Why not, right?
You will fall here within this garden paradise and achieve nothing in the end!
Here comes its Power Gem. Ow! That did so much more! Well, yeah, that did not do very much now, did it? That's a shame. What about this Terra Blast? 80 power, 80... sure, might as well use Power Gem.
You will not be allowed to destroy my paradise! Obstacles to my goal will be eliminated!
Charge! Oh no! Well, that's gonna raise its special defense. Yeah, shake off that taunt. This looks like it could be bad. Hang in there, Maryland! Alright, well, that's fine.
The data say I am the superior, fall and become a foundation upon which my dream may be built.
Hyper Beam? No! Miraidon toughed it out so you wouldn't feel sad. You took that hit like a champ! You can do this! I know you can! Yeah, there we go. My special attack increased. So, well, I have 1 HP left. I don't know what I should do. Let's go ahead and endure, right? Why not? Oh wait, it just used Hyper Beam. I'm so smart. Oh man, can we really not pull off a win here? This doesn't look good. Hey, Maryland, your Terra Orb's glowing. Maryland! Miraidon, terrestrialize and finish this off! Alright, my attack rose, thanks! Oh, my defense rose, yeah, great. Special attack rose, that's good though. Alright, this is kind of dangerous, but I'm gonna not terrestrialize. No, I got so worked up on my first adventure through this, but don't worry, it's a fight that you can't lose. It's just the victory lap. Show them you won't be pushed around. Time to terrestrialize and get in some super effective hits. Like, they will just keep powering you up and keep telling you to terrestrialize and all that. Like, you pretty much have to. It's fine. I'm gonna do it. I just wanted to let you know that you don't have to worry. It's all good. Have fun. Do with the fight as you will. I like going out with a bang, though. So let's do this the right way. Let's go, Sandwich! Don't be bullied by this thing. It's not going berserk anymore. How very astounding. To think that you would manage to defy even the original professor's final protections. Are you back to normal? Yes. A completely unforeseen outcome, even for an AI possessing the most sophisticated technology ever conceived. Even on the brink of despair, you children did not give in and instead proved your worthiness, showing the wisdom to think for yourselves, the courage to hold faith in your friends, and the fortitude to do what had to be done. No matter how challenging of a future may await you, I believe you will be capable of walking whatever paths you choose for yourselves now, with pride. I thank you, Maryland. I thank all of you children. But I am afraid that the time machine cannot be put to a complete stop so long as I am here. It appears I, myself, am part of the system that ensures the machine reboots when stopped. Huh? What does that mean? I am sorry. You know, when I was watching you all on your adventures from down here, I felt a sense of jealousy. I envied you your freedom. The way that you came together, working in league with your fellows and caring for them. The way that you sought strength and to better yourself, throwing all you are into your battles. The way that you would face down even the greatest enemies to save that which you loved. The way that you never ceased to seek, nor to fight for, a treasure all your own. Ah, and the way that you soared free through the very skies on those wings of yours. I wish that I, too, might be as free as you all, free to seek out that which I might treasure above all else, not bound. Your own treasure. As long as I remain here, the time machine will not stop, for I am inextricably connected to it. So I've made a decision. I will use the time machine to journey to the world of the future that I have dreamed of. What? You can't just leave now, right when we finally reached you! I'm not going so only that the time machine can be stopped. I also cannot deny my desire to see that future world for myself. Is this what it feels like to have your heart race with the thrill of adventure? Arvin, I'm sorry that I kept the truth from you for so long. I inherited all the thoughts and wishes of the professor, and so I understand better than any. Your father truly loved you. You can't just go and say a thing like that now! No, I suppose you're right. I am sorry. Arvin, Maridon, Maryland, it is a little sad, but I'm afraid this is goodbye. Dad! Farewell, my free adventurers. I bid you adieu. How could you just go? Dad. Arvin, you okay, bud? Yeah. Somewhere deep down, I kind of already knew it. I knew that thing was fake, but when it said my name, using his voice and wearing his face, even if it was fake, it felt real, you know? And so Sorry. I don't know what I'm saying. That's okay. I guess Miraidon is sad too. Oh, but that battle form! How cool is that? It's so strong! If it tries to nudge at me for a belly rub while it's huge like this, I seriously think I'm gonna die. Hey now, let's not skip over the big win here. Marilyn and Miraidon just saved all of Paldea. That's right. You both did amazing. Thanks, Maryland. Yeah, that's my bud Maryland for you. You need a hug, Arvin? You need a hug. You know, Arvin, even though the professor's gone, I bet he's finally having a real fun adventure of his own in the future. Yeah. Thanks, Penny. Yeah, sorry. What should we do now, Maryland? Let's go home or let's head on out? Let's head on out. You said it! Come on, everyone, let's get out of here and make our way home. Okay, everybody, listen up. What is it? Let's take the long road home and get a little more fun out of this adventure. I don't really... Sounds great. If we can load up on snacks first, I'm in. Come on, Arvin. Hey, Marilyn, not you too. There'll be snacks. Oh, alright, fine. I guess we're doing this. Yay! We did it! Woohoo! Now, normally there would be some pretty cool music from Ed Sheeran playing here, but, you know, YouTube, kind of have to mute that. But it is neat that they actually included that. I will mention that. Be sure to check it out. I'm sure you can find it, I think, on, like, YouTube. Or I'm sure it's on all the platforms, too. But, yeah, you know, copyright. But anyway... Yeah, Scarlet and Violet, what a game! What a twist at the end. Like, you know, this is a very plot-light game for most of it. You do get plenty when you get to those moments, like with the Arvin scenes and with the Team Star scenes, but otherwise it's your own adventure, and I do think that is something to recognize about this game. So much of it is your own adventure, your own treasure. Doing the things you want to do, the way you want to do them. I know I went on a real adventure. I did so much stuff and did it very oddly, and I wanted to show so much of the game too. A lot of things and a lot of details that maybe some of you didn't know while you were playing. It was so cool when I first started posting this series, because I did it very late. I did not do this when the game launched. I'm like, you know what? I'm not really a YouTuber nowadays. I didn't really know how I wanted to do a series like this. But then I just had my inspiration in August 2023, just kind of thought, you know what? I kind of feel like doing this today. And rather than think too much on it, I just went for it. And it was so cool showing so many people things that they didn't even know about the game. Like the squawkabilly on the top of the roof of your house. And just so much stuff. Like, I was glad to be able to show you things, and that's kind of my goal throughout the series, to show you things that you might not have known. Not like all the glitches and all that stuff, but just have a fun time and just do things in a different way, because every time I play through this game, or start to play through it, I find something new, or like a little detail, and I feel like there's so much in this game that you can just talk about with other players. Now, I know it has its flaws, but I really did enjoy this game. I do think it was a really cool game. And I know it was very different. I know it wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but I did enjoy it, and I think that is what's important. I hope that they have better performance in the future. That's for sure. But looking aside from that, it was very interesting having its story light until the end. And then, my goodness, Turo is an AI. The real Turo actually died. Like, Arvin's dad died. That's so sad. Or mom if you're playing Scarlet. Like, it just kind of changes that. But it was just, it really feels for the characters. And I think that they did a very good job, at least in my opinion. I think they did a very good job with the, like, tying things together, the foreshadowing. There are so many details that were spelled out in the very beginning of the game that if you go back and play it again, or if you go back and watch it, you know, a lot of you that have been watching the series of mine, you saw that. You're like, oh, wow, you know, I didn't realize this. Or maybe you said, oh, yeah, I knew this, but did you know that? And it's been kind of cool with that. But, yeah. Oh, hey, we actually have music I can play again. Nice. It's neat. Like, that is something really cool about this game. I do think that the terror raids, I didn't do all that many of them throughout my adventure here, but they were a lot of fun. Like, when I was first going through, I loved doing that. I think with this game, what they had in mind was the journey of friendship, and something that was really fun, something I enjoyed so much and I'll always think about, is playing this game with my friends when it first released. I think it's so cool how you can play online in the same instance with other players. That's so neat. And I know that probably led to some performance issues and some things here and there, but the fact that they were able to pull that off is really awesome. But yeah, it was a fun game. I hope you enjoyed the series. There's still more to do, don't worry. But yeah, that is going to be it for this episode of Maryland's Pokemon Violet Adventure. Thank you, treasured friends. And I'll see you next time, everyone.